Hi guys, well, welcome again. Today this is the 38th episode of the webcast, and as always, all these episodes are being cast live, so you can join whenever you want and ask questions real time, and I will be able to try to answer them. Okay, so let's continue with our subject, which is today we're going to finalize our creation of the front landing gear of our space shuttle and start designing the rear left and right landing gears. Okay. Of course, we can always start designing some new parts, but we can also see if the resources we have designed so far, we have modeled so far, are suitable for the task, for the new task. Okay, so first of all, let's go through what we've done so far. Okay, so episode 38 today. As we said earlier, this is the complete construction, the complete model of the front gear hierarchy, which looks like that. Okay, let me just focus everything there. Yeah, so this is, and it is fully automated. So fully automated. No, actually, it is fully inverse. It has inverse kinematics, so the hierarchy responds to by using just a single handle. We can do much more than starting to animate object by object by object. So there's a basic degree of automation here. Okay, so let us see here. This is the handle of the lower foot and ankle. Okay, so let's see how that would work. First of all, we have the lower leg, no, the lower leg tip. So that is going to be moving and as kind of suspension. Okay, so that should be absorbing, say, the absorbing the vibration upon landing, say that, and the handle is going to be able to read how the landscape is formed so that it will be able to follow the say do an absorption into axis. Okay, so then now if I zoom in, I can rotate the camera and zoom in here, say there. So as I said before, we have we have two factors. Hi Santi Dark, how are you? So by using the handle, we have programmed these two parts to be able to follow the movement of the landscape. So with one handle, we have a two object movement going on here. Okay, and this is all a part of the whole front landing gear suspension. Okay, so together with the rest of the object, which is here, so this is an animation how the landing gear is going to be deployed, the front one, I think here. So first of all, we have the hatch opening, retracting upwards. Let's say freeze the camera here. So there, here and here. So yeah, let me freeze the camera so you can you will be able to see the motion in a better, in a better light. Okay, so first we have the hatch, and then we have the deployment of our landing gear. Okay, so, and of course, once it comes here, there, should be able to have it deployed on the ground. Okay, so this is our front landing gear construction here. So there. Now, proportionate, this might not look too bulky for the in regards to the hierarchy. So we can always resize that, but we will do it later when we will be fine-tuning all the parts. Okay. So let's go back to, let's see here. Let's go back to, let me load that again and go back to the rear part of our shuttle, where we have the left and right there, the left and right hatches where the landing gear is going to be housed and deployed from there. So here, let's be there, and let me take that away, and let's save this for you guys to play with. Yeah, let me call that version 4. Okay. Actually, no, that's not fair. That's that is rear gear IK there. And let me just do something. Let me just say delete the other one, the version 4, which is not relevant, and it's just a copy. Okay, so this is the movement on the rear side of, once more there, yeah. So let's see how that looks. Yeah. So this is our rear bay doors opening. Okay. So here we have to design the rear, how the rear landing gear is going to be deployed. Okay. I think the most relevant position should like movement for me would be to say going spider like, so from the from the side and going from here, being lowered here, and then having another part like an arm going down and perhaps unfolding, but we'll see how that would look. Maybe keeping it simple for this project, just for this project, and then you will be able to enrich it when it however you want. Okay, so let us play around with that a bit. So first of all, we want as a reference to have these cavities here in the background when we're modeling our landing gear. Okay, again, so let me import that shuttle, importing the shuttle, and then I'm going to polygon, W for statistics, and then selecting the relevant surface, which is shuttle gear inside, selecting that. Now I want to hide everything else, so I am hiding unselected. Okay, unselecting the visible ones and pressing A for doing a focusing to the whole towards the whole object. We don't need that. This is the front landing gear, this one, the front landing gear bay. So we will be hiding that as well. Okay, hide selected and pressing A once more. Now this is what we have. This is what we will be working with. Okay, this is the inside of the landing base. So we will be creating something that would both fit here and be able to hold our spaceship. In reality, what we will be doing, we will be modeling only this part, and then we will be mirroring the other side's landing gear. Okay, so what we can do here is, I think this is the left one. Yeah, the left one. So we'll be hiding that too. Now we have only this part to work with. Okay, so having that as a reference, we're changing layer here. Sorry for that. Yes, there. And let's see what would the plan be in reality. Let us create a box. We love boxes, don't we? There, let's say. Okay, so we have all this area to play with. So it would be nice maybe to unfold it on the longitude of the but we'll see how it will come up. So let me see here. Let's make that. So that should be called there, perhaps. Okay, let's first design that fully deployed. Okay, so I will be. Let me do that here. Okay, let me rename some stuff here. So this is the right gear, upper leg, just for being able to discern them. Okay, now another layer, having that to here. Okay, so let me create another one, another box here, say there, and rename that lower leg. Now this workflow is like, now I'm doing a guesswork here. So because that is because I don't have a plan. Okay, so in reality I should be able to say, okay, I have a plan. I have some artwork that either I have done or the concept artist has done. So I will be able to plan according to that. Okay. That is the proper way. Unfortunately, I didn't have time during the week to think about that. So let's just improvise here, create a hierarchy, and we just take it from there. See what works, see what doesn't work, and we'll just work it out. That is why I am doing this simple, simple modeling now, only quads and cubes and the like, so that I will be able to, as we did on the front for the front gear, to plan the motion, and then start building bit by bit our geometry. Okay, so we will be naming that lower leg 2. Okay, and let's say we have an ankle also. Every kid has an ankle. There. Now we would do a something like this. Now let's say there. No, sorry. Okay. Just to handle my, you know, the two axes of movement that we did earlier with the front gear. So right gear, lower leg, right gear, ankle. Hi Anthony, welcome. Ankle. Okay, so this needs to be moved a bit. I think there's good. And then yes, right gear, ankle, and then on the fifth layer I should be adding there, I should be adding the foot. Really? So let me add that foot. And of course some elements can be copied and pasted from the front gear. That's also that is already modeled. And since we will be having the same you know, the same theme should be really in all three parts. You know, you can't just model something like that and then model something like Robotech and model something like Star Trek, unless that is your goal anyway. Yeah. So here, and that is the foot. Let me just do that. Great. Okay, now what do we have? Now we have to save all these simple objects. Okay, 38. Okay, and right gear, upper leg. Oops, upper leg. That layer. Save that. Right gear. Oops, no, don't overwrite. And I just wanted to get the there. Right gear, a lower leg. Yep, correct. Yes. Going on. Next one, right gear ankle. The ankle here. Ankle. And foot. Okay, and I think we are ready. We are ready to go to layout and see how that will unfold and deploy. Yeah, no worries, Anthony. No stress. So going back to layout. Okay. Let's see now. We don't need that shuttle to be that visible. Just see how the have it on in point mode. Okay. So seeing that, so there, and let's put the camera here so that I will be able to see how the gear are to be deployed there. I think that would be nice. There. Let me save that again. Rear gear. There. Okay. So this is our animation here, and we have the front gear as well coming down. Let me hide these. Let me hide the front gear a bit. There it is. So everything should be hidden here. Great. Great. Where did it go? Well, disappeared. Anyway, and starting from frame, let's say frame 60. Okay, now we'll start to creating the hierarchy. First of all, we need a null object that will be naming to a relevant name. So let's do right gear parent. Okay, right gear parent. So actually, let me take that away there. So now this is by the way, this you can be using symbols on the names so that you will be able to discern them better from the other ones that you shouldn't be moving. Okay, so I chose here to have symbols on the on the left and right of the naming of my parent object. Okay, there. Or I can also have the handle to have some stars, some asterisks here, so that we will say, okay, this is the end of my hierarchy. This is the beginning of my hierarchy, and this is the end. Okay. So going back, right gear panel. Now it's time to start loading the first object. So right gear upper leg there. Okay, so this is my leg. Let me center here. Really. Okay, wait a minute. There, I think. Yeah, this is the upper leg. Well, wait a minute. Right gear parent. So this is my parent. First, we are to be placing that wherever it should be. Say here. Okay. And frame 0. Okay, so this is where it is now. Okay, perhaps a bit more to the somewhere here. So this is it. Now the right gear should have the upper leg should have the its parent in its way. So right gear parent here. Okay. Okay. Now, why do I have this behavior here? That is because I haven't centered them in my 0, 0, 0 origin coordinate origin point. Okay, so I have to go back to modeler, and from here let's press center A, and now I want the center to be here actually. So this is my pivot point. Okay, and let's have it here. And also one thing to consider too is or maybe no, it won't be necessary right now. So yeah, let's just leave it as that. Export that as the upper leg. Correct. And go to layout, and you see it corrected itself. And then just save the object, just for if we want it to keep its position, its initial position. So upper leg, yes. Okay, this is the first one. Right after that, we add a child to that. We add a null object. We can name that right gear, and no, wait, we can right gear, and Let's say call that knee. Knee. Okay. So that is our knee, which is parent, which has the right gear upper leg as its parent. Okay. And in reality, we want that to reside here, somewhere here, let's say. Okay, there, 0. Let me see if that is correct. Yes, great. There. And we continue by loading the rest of the hierarchy. Lower leg, same, which is the child of the knee. There, which also now, you see, they have to be fixed regarding their pivot point. So I am back into modular, centering that and moving that a bit, perhaps here, I guess, and then exporting that for the lower leg replacement. Let me see, lower leg, yes, correct, yep. Layout, yep, and it did that correctly, and now I'm saving that for keeping. Lower leg. Okay, so now I need another null object called lower tip, let's say, lower leg tip. Actually, I should have named all all child null objects as tips, but anyway, lower leg tip, which is has a parent which has it. Wait a minute, lower leg as a parent. There as well. Going down a bit. There. Lower leg tip. And followed by the ankle. There. The ankle. The ankle. Ankle. I don't know. Okay. Parent is the lower leg tip. Now I have to center that as well. So going back. F1, which is just nice. Let me take that a bit towards the minus Y and export as ankle. There. Exporting it as ankle and then saving the object again. So now I have upper leg, lower leg, ankle, followed by its null object, which is going to be the tip. Say right gear ankle tip. Okay, and add it in our chain there. Okay, so once more here, let me zoom in, see what's going on here, and just lower that a bit there. Okay, there. I think I have, let me hide all lights because there are too many there. Okay, and next and last, the last object is the foot in our hierarchy. So right gear foot is going to be a child of right gear ankle tip, which also has to be centered accordingly. So F1 here, and then I have to take that here, somewhere there, perhaps, just to have more freedom to go around. And exporting that to foot. There. Okay, so this is great. This is the hierarchy here. Somewhere like that, and rotate. Move that here and there. This is my hierarchy so far. So saving that. Now be careful now. I'm saving these right gear foot. Okay. Once I'm done with the placement, I have to be careful not to save anything here. Okay. So since I don't need them anymore, of course I need them, but not right now. I'm just being careful to clean everything. Okay. But if I need them, then I just either load them or import them from layout. Now let's go here and see what this hierarchy is like. Okay, so we have this is my, how I say I want it to be. So let me perspective. So it is there is so this is my here. So one thing to now we're starting to engineer stuff. So I have to move around and say, okay, let me see how the wait a minute, because I have to let me center stuff. Let me center the upper upper leg here. Okay, let me see now what is going on there. Okay, so now I have this let me see what I can do for it to show better. Yes, we go to modeler. I'm importing the shuttle. Okay, now, and since I want some guidance in layout too, I'll just take these surfaces, the surfaces that are relevant. Take this away. Delete that. Delete. I'm deleting that really, or perhaps that wasn't necessary. I'm copying that into a new layer. Okay. Now I have only the rear gear cavities, so I'll just save that. Shuttle C2 stage 7 rear base, rear gear base. There. Okay. I don't want to to change anything else. So when I go to layout, go to object and then back to shuttle C2 and replacing them. So I'm replacing that with why is that? Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll fix that. So yeah, now I'm replacing that with rear gear base. So there's no shuttle anymore, but there are the there. I have the rear gear base so that I will be able to work with them. Okay. So back in our perspective view, Now I have the gear base very clear, and see, I can also see where they begin and when they end. I can also, since this is a solid mode, I can also use the wireframe mode so that I will be able to see at all, you know, at every angle what's happening actually. Okay. So this is my, you know, what I'm trying to conceive as a landing gear here. Okay, moving that, I want to move that a bit there. There, let's say there. Okay, and then I can also have an animation. Let me remake them visible, those objects here. Yeah, and see how everything looks during the animation. So I have the object, and I have everything here. Let's say, oops, what am I doing? There. So I'm having the front gear and the rear gear in perspective. Okay, so now I have to come up with a way how that will be deployed. Let me save that, rear gear IK. See there. Okay. So let me first come up with a way to deploy. No, wait. Let me first create a should I make an inverse kinematics now or later? No, let's do it later. But anyway, first of all, I think, hold on a minute. Take away the gear covers. We know there are movements, so we won't be needing them. So here, let me first rotate this hierarchy here. Okay. Perhaps it would be better if both would be landing, towards the back. And I'll show you what I mean in a moment. There. Okay. And even, let's say 90 degrees. Let them go according to the there, to the there. Okay. So if I want them to be deployed, that will be the rest. In reality, that would be the pivot point from where it would be unfolding. So let me also, no, not that one. Oops, I missed everything. There. And the pitch, I want the pitch to be there. Okay, according to that. And that should be there. Okay. You might be wondering how I'm changing these modes. So, now I'm only, on perspective view, and if I am on editing the view, but now, there's a hotkey for that. It's Alt. So using the Alt and the mouse, you can say rotate or move. Okay, but releasing the Alt, it goes back to the mode you were before. Okay, so there. Okay, so let's say I want the rear gear to be deployed. Oh, that moved. There, that moved. I want it to be here, really. There. Okay, so the upper leg is going to be moved down. So the movement should be, no, not this one. The movement should be on this axis. Okay. So I want a movement from, say here, which is, let's see what's going on here, minus 65, say, okay, to, I think there would be nice, to, well, let's go to 0. Yeah, minus 65 to 0. Okay, but we don't want the null object to do that. So minus 65 to 0. So what we want is we want next object to be having these constraints. So what we're going to do, we will be first we go to the parent and we disable every axis constraints from the rotation. Okay, then we change object to the next one, and we say I want you to move only on the bank angle. Also, I am pressing the I, and here I'm putting some constraints. So bank limits. Bank limits was minus 65, as we said, to 0. Okay. There. So that is our constraint for this object. Also, going back, and this parent, its goal object in the IK hierarchy is going to be this parent here, this null object here, which is called right gear knee. So I'm going here, back, selecting the parent object, pressing I, and select as a goal object the knee. Okay. I think I made a mistake here, lower leg tip, but anyway, yeah. Let me, yeah. Let me do a renaming and correct that. First of all, the knee. Think every null object in this hierarchy, I think it should be called tip, as these two guys. So let me add this. No, it won't hurt. We know that we're in what part of the hierarchy that should be. And also add the right gear prefix, right gear prefix for that too. And everything is very uniform, neat, and good. Let me save that here. Okay. And we continue building our hierarchy. So this is the right gear knee tip. Okay. So if I move that, but no, I won't do that yet because nothing will happen. I haven't activated the IK, the full IK yet. Okay. Let me see here now. This would be rotating. Let me see first. This is perhaps here. Yes. I think here, yes. So that we're dealing with the bank angle as well. Okay. There. So from here, which will be folded, it will be deployed by going here, perhaps. Yeah, so let's say this one. So from 130, no, let me look on here, let me check it out here, perhaps there, from 125, say, going down to 3 degrees. 135, 3 degrees. Okay, but not that. Next object, and IK options, bank from 3 degrees, we said, let's say 5 degrees to 135. Okay, minimum and maximum back angle there. And also this tip, the knee tip, should have the lower leg tip as its goal. And go back to IK options, lower leg tip as the goal. Again, go on. And we continue here. And let me change the Let me change the view. Yep. That should also have no actually the nulls can also have they can be allowed to move, but not in this case. It should be better to have the objects move. Okay. So let's see how that works over here. So we want that to, we want actually its parent to be moving around. So we have this. If we choose to follow the hierarchy of the front gear, we can go back there to the front gear and see front gear ankle stage 6 and see how that rotates. Actually, I think I've created the other guy, so I have the nulls moving around. Perhaps that should be good, but let's try having the actual objects moving there. Or maybe that's wrong, but let me try that. Now we have bank limits for the ankle. Yeah, exactly. Instead of that, but we will go to the ankle here, and we have the bend. So that should be moving like that, and it should have, let's say, a freedom of movement, say from -16 to 16, -15 to 15, let's say. Okay, bank angle -15 to 15. So -15, 15. Done with that, then making the correct goals. And I think if I go back to my front gear, yes, I need one more ankle tip foot. I need one tip, one null object more. So I will add a null object and say right gear foot tip. Exactly. Yep. Its parent should be foot, obviously. The foot, and that should be. Let me move that just there. That should be. Come on. There. Frame 0. Okay, every keyframe is be done frame 0 just for the beginning. No. Taking that away and go back. Now the ankle tip should have the foot tip as its goal. Okay. And this. Now this is the foot. Since we have the ankle following the bank axis, so now we will be allowing the foot to be moving on its pitch axis. Okay, so pitch limits, but anyway, let me see what will be the range of that. So let me see, I want to see that here. Yeah, so perhaps from say -20. No, wait a minute. No, that is too much. -15. Let's go -15 again to +15. So I and -15 to +15. Okay. So these are my pitch limits for the foot. And okay, the foot tip has a goal object. Now this object is going to be having the handle. So first of all, in order for not mixing the handle, so that should be resaved as front foot handle. Okay, and now we'll be adding a null object called right foot handle. Asterisk twice. Yeah, I think that's nice. So nice. It really catches the eye where it should stop for your handles to be handed. One of the consideration to do is what should be the parent of the handle. So in the front gear we had the foot moving towards the pitch. We had the ankle moving towards the bank. So we had the handle hanging down as a child to the third object in the hierarchy from child to parent. The third object, because the third object was to be the stable object that would not be doing like that. Okay, so the handle is dictating the movement of the two first child objects, and while it is a child to the third object which is stable. Okay, let me demonstrate that. So the foot tip here is to be having the goal there, right foot. And where is the right foot hand? The right foot hand should be a parent to the third object, which should be foot, ankle, lower leg. There, the lower leg. Okay. Going back. Whoa. Wow. Something great's happening here. Wow. Yeah, constraints. Exactly. Constraints. I forgot to take away this. Okay, so the foot tip should also be having these constraints off. Let me go back again. That should also have off this. Yes, off here, off there. So you see, it's very important to turn off the constraints for our angles and stuff. So let me see. No, really, they start fighting over each other. No, wait. Oh no, something's going on here. Why? Let me take that away for a bit. Yeah, perhaps. Well, anyway, let me take it away. Yes, there. So right foot handle, now it won't have any problems. There, let me keyframe that here and activate it now. Give that the goal. So perhaps that should be better now. Okay. Oh no, what am I doing? That is the only dimension that it shouldn't be moving. So we have only the X and Z. Wow, 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 wow. Something strange going on there. Wait a minute. Full IK. Whoa. I messed it up. So let me center that. Anyway, let me go back. There. It's so funny working with IK and frustrating at the same time. So yeah. Wait, let me see now. Lower leg. Deep here. Let me add that unaffected by IK of there and move that. That's so strange. Anyway, let me anyway, there. So this is my default position. Let me see what will happen if I move that. Oh. Which is that here? So maybe that is my mistake. I wanted the objects to move, not the nulls. Or I placed constraints on the objects and not the nulls. So let me redo that. That was a nice experiment. Let me keep that. I think the front gear has this non-moving, so no, it starts from there. Okay, so let me go back. So let's fix that once more and say right gear parent, and it should be bank, and the IK options here is -65 and 0. So we will just do that, -65 towards 0, -65 0. Okay, there. I have deleted that as well. Let me delete these guys here. Great, so nothing here will be editable. The next one is 135, but we do delete that and change that to 135. There. Let me see that. Nothing here. Great. Everything's clean. Great. Now this. No, I think I did that. Now bank angle here, -15 and 15. Let me do exchange and this exchange, -15 and 15, -15, 15. Okay, great. Let me just delete these for the objects, so the objects won't be going anywhere. And pitch, what is the constraint here? -15, 15 again. Pitch, -15, 15. There. And deleting that for this. And that, I think it shouldn't have any constraint. No, it won't matter because yeah. Where are we now? Perspective, I'm going a bit down and seeing what will happen now. So I'm adding that. I'm adding the the goal and activating full-time IK and cross your fingers. Yeah, and that is wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I need a constraint here, perhaps. Here. Wait a minute. Let me analyze that now. Rotating. I want this as a center. Yes. Rotating there. Okay, let's see what is going on now. Okay. There. No. And start moving that. Now I have two. Whoop. There. Now I see that this constraint doesn't want to stop at. You see the ankle follows exactly is minus 15 plus 15 degrees, but the foot does not follow that. So let me see what's going on. Minus 15, 15. Yeah, but why is it moving on the bank? Towards the bank angle. Maybe I have. Yes, I forgot to turn off this. To turn this off. Great. Okay, so now that will be. Oh, sorry. So now that will be. Yeah, it stops where it should. It should have. See? Great. Okay. So now let's try and do some animation for ending before ending the today's episode. Let me go a bit up here. Okay. And see how it, let me save that, how it is working actually. By the way, great. So let me see here. Changing side perhaps here. There. Okay. So first I want to see where the front gear starts when it starts to move. So I think it's 50. 50. Yeah, I think it's 50. So let's see here as well. Exactly, it's 50. Okay, so let's start moving our gear here on the 50. So yeah, that should be just fine. So I have the constraint here. It doesn't have to go to another, towards, you know, some other. There. Wait a minute. Perhaps I can do that through the no, I don't. I can't. No. Because I have this on, but if I take it out and I go towards up, ooh, doesn't like that. No, it doesn't. So we can do it. Say, we can actually use this. No, doesn't want that either. Doesn't want that either. So, okay, I don't want to mess with that. We can fix it at another time. I can research that. So first we start rotating this here. So this is going to be 0. Okay. Let me see the constraints here, because anyway, minus 65. See, I think I have to fix it, and towards the 50. Okay, so this is on the both on the 0 and 50. Spline, linear. I don't want that to be moving. And then I want to. I think that's the problem here. Bank, that should be bank. That should be. Oops, what's going on? Okay. Strange. Anyway, I can reset that a bit, and we'll we can find out in the next episode. We will be starting modeling also. Okay, so what we did today, we created the hierarchy. You know, we planned how the landing gear should be deployed, and then according to that, we should be able to start modeling. Okay. I will be preparing some concept art for guiding us, you know, through this endeavor. And I think next week will be. Let me save that. Will be we will be starting to you know, implementing this. Okay. Saving that. Let's save everything here. Okay. And take it out a bit. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this. I know it can be tiring, but you know, it's very rewarding to create along the way. You know, not as exciting as gaming, but you know, it can be rewarding that nevertheless. Last but not least, shout out to our patrons and supporters, which are George Shokianos Volquero, Midwan, Anthony Jarvis, GS, Todd Chamberlain, and I think we had another one. Let me see. Well, there was a. I should be prepared for that, but anyway. I can see from the objects here, I guess. And where is he? Where is that guy? Yeah, and Seth Gardner. Thank you, Seth. Thank you for supporting the show. Okay. Thank you all, guys. Take care, and see you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.